Hi, this is Mark. This is English conversation practice. Are they? Are they? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Are they fruit? Yes, they are. Are they glasses? Yes, they are. Are they drinks? Yes, they are. Are they toiletries? Yes, they are. Are they French fries? Yes, they are. Are they presents? Yes, they are. Are they paper clips? Yes, they are. Are they Christmas cookies? Yes, they are. Hi, this is Mark. This is English conversation practice. Are they? Are they? No, they aren't. No, they aren't. Are they marbles? No, they aren't. What are they? They are bubbles. Are they gloves? No, they aren't. What are they? They are mittens. Are they eggs? No, they aren't. What are they? They are Christmas lights. Are they jeans? No, they aren't. What are they? They are candy canes. Are they fingers? No, they aren't. What are they? They are toes. Hi, this is Mark, and this is English Conversation Practice. Can I have? Can I have a book? Can I have a salad? Can I have a coffee? Can I have a dress? Can I have a gift? Can I have a parrot? Can I have fish? Can I have a Danish? Okay, now it's your turn. Can I help you? Can I have a book? Can I help you? Can I have a salad? Can I help you? Can I have a coffee? Can I help you? Can I have a dress? Can I help you? Can I have a gift? Can I help you? Can I have a parrot? Can I help you? Can I have fish? Can I help you? Can I have a Danish? Hi, this is Mark. This is English Conversation Practice. How about some? Set 2. How about some food? Breakfast. Breakfast. How about some? Breakfast. Okay, now it's your turn. Cake, cake, cake. How about some cake? Chocolate, chocolate. How about some chocolate? Cookies, cookies, cookies. How about some cookies? Chicken, chicken, chicken. How about some chicken? Fries, fries, fries. How about some fries? Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. How about some ice cream? Ketchup, ketchup, ketchup. How about some ketchup? Mustard, mustard, mustard. How about some mustard? Pancakes, pancakes, pancakes. How about some pancakes? Hi, this is Mark. This is English Conversation Practice. How about some drinks? How about some drinks? Coffee, coffee. How about some coffee? Okay, great. Now it's your turn. Tea, tea. How about some tea? Grape juice. Grape juice. How about some grape juice? Lemonade. Lemonade. How about some lemonade? Milk. Milk. How about some milk? Water. Water. How about some water? Tomato juice. Tomato juice. How about some tomato juice? Orange juice. Orange juice. How about some orange juice? Apple juice. Apple juice. How about some apple juice? Hi, this is Mark. This is English Conversation Practice. How often does he, she, third person? Always, 100% of the time. Usually, 80% of the time. Sometimes, 50% of the time. Hardly ever, 20% of the time. Never, 0% of the time. He always brushes his teeth. She usually drives to work. He sometimes goes fishing. She hardly ever drinks coffee. He never works out. Now let's practice. How often does he watch TV? He always watches TV. He usually watches TV. He sometimes watches TV. He hardly ever watches TV. He never watches TV. How often does she walk her dog? She always walks her dog. She usually walks her dog. She sometimes walks her dog. She hardly ever walks her dog. She never walks her dog. How often does he take the train? He always takes the train. He usually takes the train. He sometimes takes the train. He hardly ever takes the train. He never takes the train. How often does she teach swimming? She always teaches swimming. She usually teaches swimming. She sometimes teaches swimming. She hardly ever teaches swimming. She never teaches swimming. How often does he surf? He always surfs. He usually surfs. He sometimes surfs. He hardly ever surfs. He never surfs. How often does she work? She always works. She usually works. She sometimes works. She hardly ever works. She never works. How often does he take a nap? He always takes a nap. He usually takes a nap. He sometimes takes a nap. He hardly ever takes a nap. He never takes a nap. How often does she get angry? She always gets angry. She usually gets angry. She sometimes gets angry. She hardly ever gets angry. She never gets angry. Hi, this is Mark. This is English Conversation Practice. Is this your? Is this your? Is this your chair? No, you take it. Are these your snacks? No, they're not. Is this your bag? Yes, it is. Thanks. Is this your pencil? Yes, it is. Thanks. Is that your monkey? Yes, it is. Is this your pillow? Yes, it is. Thanks. Is this your snake? No, it's not. Is this your car? Yes, it is. Now it's your turn. Okay, great job. I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Bye.